morning, everyone. This is Nina from The Life of Nina. And today, I just got out of the shower, got my hair all pulled back because I'm going to be in the kitchen all day. Today, we are going to be pressure canning. My husband got a really good deal on boneless, skinless chicken breast for $1.19 a pound, but you had to buy 40 pounds of it. So we're going to pressure can it, and I think that he might actually end up doing some, what is it when you put it in the bag?
Vacuum
sealing some. So stick around. It's going to be a long day here. Okay, here my husband is taking the clean jars, dipping them into the boiling water, setting them on a tray. We'll set that in the oven at 200 degrees just to keep them sanitized. Now the jars were clean when I put them away, but you know, of course, things get dirty sitting around. So I scrubbed them with real soapy hot water, and they should be really sterilized now that he's dipped and the steam's coming from them. I wanted to let you guys know that some of the things that we use these for, the chicken for, I should say, is all different types of soups and enchiladas. It's really good in pasta dishes, pot pie, pizza. What, honey?
I should have taken this one tray out because they're not going to fit in there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Just set it up on top of that. Yeah. And I wanted to let you guys know, a lot of people, when you use chicken that's been in a crock pot all day, it kind of turns grainy and kind of dry. And if you boil chicken, sometimes it's kind of rubbery. So this is always perfect. It's really shreddable, if that's a word, and falls apart at the slide of a touch. So, all right, we're going to just leave those in there while I think my husband's going to help me do that too. Bless his heart. He's going to help me cut all the chicken and stuff up. So what we'll do, in each jar, you put 1 teaspoon of canning salt in it, and then you don't add any liquid, just the chicken. My goodness, chicken! You can tell it's been a long morning already. All right, be right back. All right, my husband went to the store because my lids, which I don't ever reuse lids or anything, but the bands on top were rusted where they had been stored out in the garage and then some in the basement. So he ended up getting these. There's 12 lids with the bands. He paid $5.79 for each box. So yeah, that's a little bit of a cost up front, but you can save the bands as long as they're not really rusty. But the lids you need to replace every single time that you can. And then he got the this is pickling salt. It's for preserving and stuff, but you can use canning salt, which is what I had last time, and it drawed moisture from it was in the garage, so we have to get rid of that, and they didn't have any more at the store, so pickling salt will work. So I'm going to be using that and the brand new bands and lids, which is nice because it kind of ensures that you're going to have a good seal. All right, we have got the jars ready. Got my salt. Put just a teaspoon. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see this. Let's see, maybe a little bit. But anyway, you drop a teaspoon of the salt into each jar. I spoke to Mom today. She's doing well. Okay, so it's kind of hot where the jars have been in the oven after they were sterilized. So let me hold this one up. I want you guys to see it before, and then I'll show you it after it gets done. So it left about an inch and a quarter on top. No water, no anything. I'll put my lids on and be right back. All right, I've got my 7 jars that I need filled. Sorry about my dogs and their barking. The mailman just came by. So what we're going to do is, just a minute, let me see if I can get her quieted down. All right, I bought this All-American canner down at Lehman's in Amish country before I lost my job. So it's probably been 3.5, 4 years that we bought this. And they are an expensive purchase. I think, I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. Do you remember what we paid for this, honey? It was close to 200, wasn't it?
I thought it was more than 200. I don't know.
Okay, maybe you have to
Around
look it up.
200.
Yeah, look up the price if you're interested. You can probably find them at other places. But I wanted to let you know I've got my brand new lid and seal that have been cleaned and sterilized. And then you just put it on finger tight, okay? Now I've got, this goes in the bottom of it so that your jars are not sitting right on the heat. And I believe that this one will hold 7 jars. Now, if you can put them around without touching each other, just, they'll be close. No, they are going to touch, I guess. It's been a while since I've done this. And then one in the center. Now the water is a little high. I think I'll take just a little bit of that out. Not much. Because we want it up near the top. Let me take this jar out.
Okay.
Alrighty. That should be good. Alright, so.
Did you get my magnet?
Pardon me?
My magnet laying there?
Yeah, I don't need. I got these done.
It's on the stove there if you need it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, honey. All right. So with these canners, it's got a little arrow on here and then a little groove on the pot. So you line up that arrow with the groove. Hold on a minute. Let me get her quieted. All right. So once you get it lined up and sat on, put your barely, put these all up. And then what we do, might have to untwist some of them to get them up here. Okay, so what you do, you want to tighten them on opposite sides of each other. Okay? Now you want these tight. It's what's going to protect you, your home, and everything if something would malfunction. All right, I've got it on the heat or on the burner. I'm going to turn it up to about an 8.5 to start out with. We're going to let it get the pressure build up inside, and how we'll know that is this relief valve over here will start having little bits of like a shower of a little bit of water and vapor and steam. So once it starts doing that, we let it do that for 10 minutes. And then you put your weighted gauge on it. Now for me, because this is a weighted gauge plus a pressure nozzle, I put it for 15 minutes. And we're doing raw chicken. Remember that too. So the chicken's in, the water's in, the whole top is sealed in, and we'll just wait the 10 minutes until this starts. Once it starts, I'll show you guys how it looks, and then we'll go from there. Okay, everyone, we came to the point where the little pressure relief valve that's up there, it had steam coming from it for 10 minutes. So I put on the pressure gauge, and it is on 15, which is what the All-American canners say that you should use if you're over 2,000 in altitude. And then we're going to watch the gauge for it to be up on the 15, which is about straight up and down. And I'm going to try and keep it right at that 15 for the 90 minutes. So I haven't done anything with my stove yet. It's still up there on a little past the 8. So I'll just wait until the gauge reaches 15. And the little gauge on this side will start jiggling when it's at that correct pressure. And what will happen is the little one will jiggle, and you want it to jiggle about 1 to 4 times every minute. If it's jiggling more than that, you need to turn your heat down. If it's not jiggling 1 to 4 times every minute, you need your heat to be up. It needs to be at a consistent 15-pound pressure for 90 minutes to make sure that everything is completely cooked. Also, my husband went online onto the Layman's, found out, well, ours is a 21.5 quart pressure canner, and it is now $280. So you can order from them. They have a online catalog, and I'm not sure where else you can buy them, but I have loved this. I've used it, I don't know how many times. We did green beans and just all kinds of things. But yeah, it's a really nice. Pardon me?
Amazon has them.
Oh, okay. He's just telling me now that Amazon also has them. I don't have an affiliate link, and I am not getting paid to promote these, but they are a good canner. I wanted to share something. Today is what, the 14th of January?
Yeah.
Okay. And look, my, well, I don't know if it's a Christmas or a Thanksgiving, but it's got another bloom there coming, or bud, I should say, and one there coming. And it had 2 this year, 2 blooms on it, so that's really cool. They are a little bit of an extra, huh? All right, so we'll be back in a little bit, and when I have to let this totally cool down once it's, past the 90 minutes, and after it cools completely down, I will open it up, take the jars out, set them over here on a towel. You don't want them on a countertop because everybody's room temperatures are different. And if this countertop would be too cool, which it would be because the jars had been boiling, it could possibly crack the jar. So you always want to put them on a clean towel, not touching. So, all right, be back. Okay, we are at the point where, see, it's jiggling now. So it has reached the 15 pounds of pressure, and it's starting to go over. So we don't want that. So I am going to adjust. I'm going to put it down. I think I'll go ahead and put it down on 5. Now, if you have a gas stove, it's going to be probably a lot easier to adjust it. In my opinion, it's kind of harder to can on an electric stove because, of course, it holds the heat in the element down here, and so therefore it takes a little bit to readjust itself. See, now it stopped, so it's starting to cool just a little bit, and there it goes. So we want it to do that about 4 times every minute, and it's still doing, okay, that was 1. I won't stand here and let you guys watch it the whole time, but I just kind of wanted to let you see how it does stuff, how it releases the pressure. It's got see if you can see that back here, the little black right there. It's a little rubber, see, what would it be called? If something would happen and the pressure was not released enough through the gauge, that little rubber seal would pop off. And it's made to do that, to release so this doesn't, just blow up. Which, I have never heard horror stories from the All-American canners, thank God. But I'm not going to say that they wouldn't blow up because I have no idea. But I would hope not. I have a great aunt that a canner blew up on her before, and the glass from the jars went all over her. So there is a reason to be cautious. And I guess anytime you do anything, have respect for what you're doing, because you want to do it exactly as the manufacturer tells you to. Don't just think you can just, do it on your own without reading up on things. Hi, everybody. It has been over 90 minutes. This cooked for 90 minutes, and it's all the way down to 0 now. So I'm going to release this little gauge, and there's nothing left in it. No air's coming out. It's really hot. All right, so what we do is we loosen them the way that we put them on. The pan is very hot, or the pot, so like anything else you do, you don't want to raise this towards you, because the steam, that if there's anything in there, it could burn you. Okay, and let me get one out. Is that Willow?
Yes, because I'm trying to whoop her to keep her
All right.
from barking.
Can you see? Let's get this close. It's still like boiling. And then the tops will pop to show that they have sealed. Now, the reason that, if you can tell, some of the lids have like a white, almost like a powder. That one already popped. Did you hear it? And that is because the water's probably a little hard. Does Willow want to say hi? Come over here, not toward the heat. There she is. Say hi, everybody. And there goes the other one that popped. Did you see all of the liquid? Did you notice? Look at that. That's all pure chicken broth. There was no water added, remember? But anyway, the way that you can get the tops from not having the white on them is to actually put a little bit of vinegar in the water. And I've never canned here at Mom's before. This is the first time. And I didn't know that the water would be a little hard. Ours was at the house too. Wow, they're all popping. I love that sound. Okay, so we've got our first 7 done. I'm going to work and do 7 more tonight. It's getting late. As you can tell by the window, it's already getting dark. And it is 7:03. So I'm going to try and get another batch done today. But I thank you guys for watching and making it all the way to the end of the video. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming along today. Bye-bye.